I want to go into the U.S. national team now. Nations League final, goal and assist against Mexico, arch rivals, packed stadium, Denver, altitude. On the road, World Cup qualifying in Azteca. You absolutely have the moment of the match, right? You dribble like 10 people.
It's like you're skiing on the slopes.
Yeah.
You're just slaloming through everybody.
Why didn't you score at the end of that? I was waiting for that. I was
I was injured for a long time, so I wasn't used to doing that many sprints.
Oh, my quads would have been burning up. Yeah.
The slow mo. I'm just like,
I'm
watching that slow mo. I'm like, damn, are you still going? Where do you feel most comfortable on the pitch? Because it just seems to me that you're better situated to be more central. Getting on the ball, you can play in tight spaces, you can dribble 3, 4, 5 people, and you can finish and make that the right pass, as we've seen with Erling Haaland.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I was always kind of a number 10, and I guess it's, of course, there's roster, I guess, needs and at different teams at different times. So I'm pretty open to playing anywhere. I think between the left 10 and on the right, I think I could also play false 9 if really needed. But I think 10 is probably my position where I feel most comfortable, and just I've been playing it my whole life. So, but yeah, I guess whatever the team is really asking of me, I like to have a free role where I guess wherever I play, and I can kind of float wherever I want, and I feel like that's where I'm at my best is, just having freedom, being able to create, being able to get on the ball, being able to get involved with my teammates. So I feel like whenever I have that freedom is when I'm at my best.
Okay, I'm making sure that Greg watches this interview. So he knows exactly how you feel. That's for a second. What do you do though when a team like Japan, just to use a recent opponent, does a very good job of crowding the middle of the field and doesn't allow you to pick up the ball in those spaces? Because I can sense that the whole team is frustrated, not you. I mean, everybody's like trying to find that flow and connect passes, but it's just not working. And fair play to Japan for making it difficult. But what do you do then to try to get on the ball, especially as close to the goal as possible? Because we don't want you dropping back 60, 70 yards to go get it and then have to do these slalomy runs through 18 defenders to try to score, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard at times. It's like you said, it's frustrating for all of us. I think especially the attacking players, when in a game like Japan, we probably weren't getting on the ball as much as we'd want to. And, especially in the final third, we didn't have as many touches and closer to their goal as we'd like. But I guess the coach always has a plan for every game. So you kind of just have to respect that plan. And then, I guess he's always looking to get the attackers the ball too. So in the end, that's everyone's goal, is to kind of get the ball to the attacker's feet and, let them create something. So certain games it's simpler than others, and certain games it's just hard to say with the circumstances of each game is a little bit different. So and obviously sometimes the team is just playing sloppy, so it's hard to say, but you just gotta have to stay patient, and then if it's not kind of getting to your feet as much as you'd like to, I think some point in the game you gotta try and go sniff it out somehow, whether it's going in the middle or dropping a little bit deeper, heading out wide. You just gotta find a way to kind of get involved and get on the ball. And because if you don't get on the ball, at least for me personally, I feel like I tend to lose a bit of a rhythm. So
talk to me about just the unity of this current crop of national team players. I mean, I remember for myself and Jimmy, obviously briefly, and Charlie as well, in Europe, coming to the national team was always this opportunity to come away from what could be a very stressful environment, right? And be with people that understand the same things or going through the same things of what you're going through. I mean, talk to me about just how close this crop and this pool of players is, knowing that 26 will go. There's 30 plus, maybe 40 that have contributed, and all seem to be very, very close. I mean, what is the energy like with your group, both in camp as well as, the communication outside of camp?
Yeah, I mean, I always love going to the national team. I think it's, like you said, probably my favorite part about it is just being around a good group of American guys, and you can relate to that little bit more than the European guys over here. So I always love it, regardless of where it is. It's always a breath of fresh air, taking a break from a really stressful, but I guess game filled season in Europe. So Yeah, it's great. You know, we got a really tight group of guys. You know, the older guys are great. The younger guys kind of, you know, can be a little bit cheeky sometimes, to say the least, including, and I'd probably put myself at the top of that. But yeah, we got a great group of guys, a lot of different personalities, but everyone respects each other. Everyone loves being around each other. And yeah, it's just always really nice to be around them. And we've also just built a great culture so far. So yeah, we're looking to keep on building on that. And yeah, especially heading into the World Cup.
Heading into the World Cup group stage, you got Wales first, England, Iran. How often are you watching those games? Because do you just focus on your league play now, or are you studying opponents? Are you thinking about ways to get at Wales and England and Iran? Like, how does that build up work for you?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I think it's such a busy season right now. I'm not really even, of course, the World Cup's just around the corner, but I'm not really even slightly thinking about it yet in terms of, you know, the types of games there'll be. Of course, it's in the back of your mind, but I'm more focused on playing for Dortmund, you know, being ready to be on the field every 3 days here. So, of course, in the week or two leading up to it, I'll really start to kind of engage and, you know, start to look at the teams a little bit in depth. Of course, England, they have so many guys in the Premier League, so whenever I flip one of those games on, it's pretty easy to see one of them play. But yeah, in terms of the other two, maybe whether they're not on the top teams, it's still really two tough teams to play against and still have some really good players. So yeah, it's definitely in the back of your mind. But of course, I think a week or two leading up before the first game is when I'll really start to lock in and study them.
Jude Bellingham, I tell you that right now.
Yeah,
you better be talking trash. Okay.
Right after the draw, he was the first person I texted, and he probably texted me within 5 seconds saying the same thing. So yeah, I'm excited to play against him. We're really close here. He's, you know, one of my best friends on Dortmund. So yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, that leads me to, I've got 2 questions now that you said Jude Bellingham. We'll make it quick. We appreciate your time and congratulations again on your partnership with C4. First question is, since you're one of the handful of players that's gotten to play with Jude Bellingham and Erling Haaland, who do you think has the better upside between those two?
Oof. I mean, God, I can't answer that.
I knew you couldn't. That's fine. I knew. There's really no answer for it.
I think I guess to answer, I think it's obviously a little bit different stages of their career. I think obviously they both have the world at their feet in a different way. I think Erling has already kind of proved it to be one of the best players in the world already, and I think Jude is definitely on his way. But I think Erling, this season maybe has been the best player in the world almost, in a way. I don't know, but the goals he scores, just out of nothing, the numbers he puts up is freakish numbers. And, you know, if he keeps it up, it's hard to say that he won't get close to all the records that Ronaldo and Messi or whoever has them. But yeah, and then Jude, I think, yeah, you kind of put me on the spot. I think we're so close. It's, you know, you don't really
said he
think
was your
about
best
these
friend,
things,
so I'm like, he's not going to answer this question.
Yeah, of course. He's obviously so talented. He's really good player. I think I just really enjoy playing with him. I hear he's joy to play with. He's can do a bit of everything on the field, and yeah, I'm sure like Erling, he's gonna have an incredible career. So yeah, that's all I got for right now.
I appreciate you humoring the question. I didn't know how much
that's all I got for right now.
Okay, then this is tradition for us. Our last question with all of our special guests. What is your best jersey swap of all time? And maybe it's Erling Haaland. Maybe you just switch jerseys with your teammate. I don't even know. Or your biggest regret of maybe you wanted to get somebody and they said, no, not this time, kid.
My best jersey swap?
What do you got?
I got Mbappe in the Champions League.
Wow!
2 years ago when we played them in Paris away when COVID was starting. So
you had an assist? Did you have an assist?
No, that was the first leg. I got it in the second leg.
Okay.
So
wow, what a get.
Yeah.
Oh, you better hold that tight. If I was your dad, I'd be looking for it. I'd be like, what'd you say you said that?
Yeah.
I mean, there was a fight on the field towards the end of the game, and I was playing on the right and he was playing on the left, and it happened on the other side of the field, and I kind of just slipped it in there. Hey, like, can I get your shirt after the game? And he was like, yeah. He was really cool about it. So he just he gave it to me and then went to the locker room.
That's
And what
amazing.
about regrets?
Congratulations on that one. Any regrets though? You having one where you asked and you
Regrets?
didn't get one?
Either like someone gave you the, oh, let's do it in the locker room, and then it didn't happen, or you just like, damn, I didn't ask, like, because we lost, or you just felt like it's not
Or
the
someone
right time to
swooped
ask.
on you. Did somebody swoop on you? Because I've had that happen to me where I did it in the tunnel, and by the end of the game, they're getting swarmed, and you're out of luck.
I didn't get Erlings, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to get it next time around, but I think so many guys were asking for it, and it wasn't really on my mind. It wasn't kind of the first thing I was thinking of to ask for his jersey, and then and then in the end I just ended up switching with one of my really close friends, Manu Akanji, who's now at Man City doing really well. So yeah. I'm still really happy I got his shirt.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm definitely looking to
That ends
get
on a happy note.
Erlings in the second leg.